Okay, Abdullah, question number one, please. Solve it.
Which of the following approaches should the Scrum Master adopt to ease this transition? An agile team is transitioning from a waterfall to a fully agile approach. During this transition, team members are struggling with the constant changes and lack of a clear long-term plan. Which of the following approaches should the Scrum Master adopt to ease this transition? A, revert to the waterfall method for the scope of the project's larger feature to provide a sense of stability. B, conduct regular and comprehensive training sessions on agile values and principles to gradually adjust the team's mindset. C, implement a hybrid model permanently to cater to team members more familiar with the waterfall approach. D, increase the frequency of sprints to accelerate the adoption process. Automatically, A and D is out. And agile team is transitioning from waterfall to fully integrated. So if they're transitioning from waterfall to full agile, I would go with B, conduct regular and comprehensive training sessions on agile values and principles.
Okay. What do you say, Shashwani?
Yeah, I'll go with B.
Okay. What about you, Akin?
Yeah, I'll go with B. Training is always the best approach to.
Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Okay, Shashwani, next question you solve.
A stakeholder critical to the project's success expresses frustration that the deliverables are not aligning with their vision. Despite active engagement in all agile ceremonies, how should the team address this misalignment? Stakeholders critical to the project's success express frustration or the deliverables are not aligning with their vision. But active engagement, okay. Reduce the stakeholders' involvement to streamline decision-making process. Initiate a collaborative alignment workshop involving all stakeholders to explicitly redefine the project vision and adjust the backlog accordingly. Continue with the planned deliverables, attributing the issue to the stakeholders' misinterpretation. Replace the current product owner with someone who has a better understanding of the stakeholders' vision. Success expresses frustration that the deliverables are not aligning with their vision despite active engagement in all agile ceremonies. Should the team address the misalignment? So, okay. Reduce the stakeholders' involvement to streamlining decision-making process. No, I think I'll keep that. Initiate a collaborative alignment workshop involving all stakeholders to explicitly redefine the project vision, adjust the backlog accordingly. Initiate a collaborative alignment workshop. Define the project. Okay, I'll keep B also. Continue with the planned deliverables, attributing the issue to the stakeholders' misinterpretation. I will remove C. I will eliminate C and replace the current product owner with someone. No, I'll eliminate D also. So between A and B, reduce the stakeholders' involvement. Initiate collaborative alignment. I think I'll go for B. Initiate a collaborative alignment workshop involving all stakeholders to explicitly redefine the project vision and adjust the backlog accordingly. I'll go with B.
Okay. Okay. Abdullah, your answer is also B, right?
Yes, sir. I'm going with B.
Okay. Akin, your answer is also B?
Yeah, I agree with them. B is the right answer for me.
Okay. Akin, solve the next question.
What techniques can they employ to improve estimation accuracy? An agile team is consistently underestimating tasks, leading to unfinished work at the end of the sprint. An agile team is constantly underestimating tasks, leading to unfinished work at the end of the sprint. What techniques can they employ to improve estimation accuracy? Switch from story point to actual time estimate for greater precision. Use a wide bundle of techniques to gain consensus on estimation through expert opinion. Increase the sprint length to ensure more tasks are completed. Assign estimation task to the most senior team member only. What techniques can they employ to improve estimation accuracy? Constantly underestimating tasks leading to unfinished work at the end of the sprint. Switch story point to actual time estimates for greater precision. I will assign estimation tasks to the most senior team member only. I will eliminate D because decisions supposed to be made collaboratively. It shouldn't be one person making the decision.
Okay.
Increase the sprint length to ensure more tasks are completed. Switch from story point to actual time estimate for greater precision. I will eliminate A. So I have B and C now. Use wideband Delphi techniques to gain consensus on estimation through expert opinion. Increase the sprint length. I will go with B.
You would go with B. What
Yeah.
about you, Shashwani?
Actually, I was confused between B and A, but I think I will go with B. Switch from story points to actual time estimates for greater precision. I don't know because all the estimates are done by story points.
Mm.
I will go with B.
Okay. Abdullah, any thoughts?
I was actually looking at ACE as an option.
Mm. So
Um,
why A should be?
Basically, the actual time if they consistently underestimating tasks,
Mm-hmm.
and the result is unfinished work at the end of the sprint, right? It means
Mm-hmm.
they may have to reassess the way they're doing their estimation. So I was looking at actual time estimates for greater precision, but wideband Delphi is also estimation technique as well.
Mm. Okay.
Um,
Okay. That is cool. Okay. What do you think? Are you back, Anam?
Yes.
What do you think?
Okay, just give me 1 second. I think it's A.
Why?
What is technique and employed improve estimation? Because I think for more accuracy in estimation, we should stick to story points and, their estimation can give us more precise
So
estimates.
you are leaving story points now. You are leaving the story points when if you read the option A clearly do the opposite of what you are saying. The justification.
Sorry,
What are you doing?
sorry.
What are you saying and what are you doing, Anam?
Right.
That's entirely two different things now. So what's your final thoughts on it? Hmm? जी Anam.
B, wideband Delphi.
Yeah, Abdullah.
yes,
Brother,
sir.
you see, when we are trying to shift from the story point, actual precision, that is not going to work us. We need to have expert judgment. What is happening here? Where if the question had any option doing the detailed root cause analysis, that could have helped us. But since that is not in the option, the B is the best case scenario.
Okay, understood.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Anam, you solve next question now.
Yes. Okay. How should the team proceed? A team is working on a highly innovative project where the market and technological requirements are rapidly changing. Mid-sprint, significant new information becomes available that could impact project scope and delivery. How should the team proceed? A, continue with the current sprint scope and discuss changes in the next sprint planning. B, call an immediate meeting with the stakeholders to review the changes and potentially adjust the sprint's objectives. C, document the changes and recommend waiting until the next project review to assess them. D, suggest pausing current sprints until a full strategic reassessment can be conducted. Okay, so we have new information. We have got new information mid-sprint that could impact the project scope and delivery. So C and D are eliminated, and A is also eliminated because it is significant new information So we have to, look into it. So I'll go with B. Call an immediate meeting with stakeholders to review the changes and potentially adjust the sprint's objectives.
Okay. What do you think, Akin?
Um, I will go with B because the new information can impact the project scope and delivery. So there is a need for an urgent meeting with the stakeholders to quickly review it and proceed. And C is documenting the change. If I could still remember, I think that's aligned more with waterfall, documenting change and other stuff. So I will go with B.
Shashwani?
So I actually was confused between A and B, but because it is significant information, I'm thinking that it must be something which is really important, which needs to be taken up. So because of that, I'll have to immediately call a meeting with stakeholders to review the changes. So
Okay.
B.
Okay. Abdullah?
Yeah, B for me, sir. Call an immediate meeting with stakeholders.
Okay. Akin gave A or Anam gave A?
What's
No, I
that?
said B.
Okay.
No,
Akin,
I
All of us
said
said
between
B.
A and B,
no,
yeah, but I
Akin said
selected
A.
B.
Okay. So B is the right answer here. The thing is that respond to a change over following a plan. That is the heart and soul of the like four values of Agile. If we go to those are the heart and soul of Agile. So if we don't follow that, we cannot have that thing. So that is the most important thing that we need to look there. What is happening here? We need to respond the change. Yes, going to the end of the sprint will be great, but we need to look into the what is the most important thing and going towards that. So I would go towards the B option. Okay. So Shashwani, next question.
During a sprint, a critical component of the software fails multiple tests. The team is unsure if the failures are due to the code or test environment issues. What should the team do to effectively address this issue without disrupting the sprint? What should the team do to effectively address this issue without disrupting the sprint? Uh, Fail due to the code or test. Okay. Proceed with other tasks and revisit the fail component at the sprint end. Organize a time box troubleshooting session involving developers and testers to diagnose and rectify the root cause of the failures. Roll back the recent changes, assuming that they are causing the failures. Ignore the failures, assume they are environmental, and continue development. Okay, it's a critical component where the software is failing multiple tests and they are not sure of what is the reason the code of it could be failing. So D is, I will eliminate D because you cannot ignore the failures. Roll back the recent changes assuming they're causing the failures. I think no. Proceed with other tasks, revisit the failure. I'll go with B. Organize a time box troubleshooting session involving developers and testers to diagnose and rectify the root cause of the failures.
That is true. B is the right answer. Okay. Abdullah?
What should the product owner do to facilitate an effective decision? The product owner has identified a potentially high-value feature, but realizes it will require significant re-architecting of the existing system. Has identified a potentially high-value feature, but realizes it will require significant re-architecting of the existing system, which could delay the release. The team is divided on whether the long-term benefits outweigh the short-term risk. What should the product owner do to facilitate an effective decision? A, bypass team concerns and prioritize the feature for immediate development. B, arrange a risk assessment and cost benefits analysis workshop with the team and relevant stakeholders to inform a collective decision. C, delay the feature until a future phase where more time is available. I will automatically eliminate C. D, delegate the decision to the technical lead to maintain develop speed. I'll also eliminate D. I will go with option B, risk assessment and cost benefits analysis for the team.
Okay. Akin, what do
I'll
you
go
think?
with B.
Okay. Akin, what do you
Yeah,
think?
I agree with him. B is the right answer.
Okay. Akin, solve the next one.
What should the Agile team do to enhance stakeholder satisfaction? A key stakeholder expressed concern that the deliveries are not what they expected. Despite regular involvement in sprint review, what should the agile team do to enhance decrease the frequency of stakeholder involvement, review, and potentially improve the way in which feedback is gathered and implemented during review? Continue the current process as the stakeholder has been regularly involved. Exclude the stakeholder from future meeting to streamline decision making. So the first thing is we have to eliminate D because you can't exclude the stakeholder, and decrease the frequency of stakeholder involvement to reduce confusion. You can't decrease the frequency of stakeholder involvement. B, review and potentially improve the way in which feedback is gathered. I'll go with B.
You will go with B. Anam?
B.
B. Shashwani?
Yeah, I will also go with B.
Okay. Who has not solved question? Abdullah? Go ahead. Next question.
All right, what should the team have done to avoid this? Midway through a sprint, a team member discovers that the product design fails to adhere to the organization's enterprise architecture standards. Since this required escalation to the architecture team for further analysis and resolution, the team was unable to deliver its sprint goal and the sprint was cancelled. What should the team have done to avoid? I just want to read over the question. Midway through a sprint, a team member discovers that the product design fails to adhere to organization's enterprise architecture standards. Since this required escalation to the architecture team for further analysis and resolution, the team was unable to deliver its sprint goal and the sprint was cancelled. What should the team have done to avoid this? A, escalated the issue to management. B, ensured the early engagement of key stakeholders. C, provide feedback to the architecture team to change the enterprise architecture standards. D, raise an exception for non-adherence to the enterprise architecture standards for this product. So I'm eliminating E and D one time. A team discovers that the product design fails that. I would go with option C, provided feedback to the architecture team because they're saying it required escalation to the architecture team for further analysis and resolution.
Okay. Shashwani, what do you think?
I will go with B. Ensure the early engagement of key
Why?
stakeholders. Uh, because so what has happened is here in this case, the organizations they are not adhered to the organization enterprise architecture standards. And if the key stakeholders were involved in the beginning, they would have known that okay, these are the organization key stakeholders. So, like the architecture team also might have been a part of this key stakeholder list. So they would have known it in the beginning. So that's the reason I go with B.
Okay. Anam?
B.
Why?
With the same thing that, maybe if the key stakeholders were involved early, then this might have not happened. And because it's organizations, enterprise architecture standards, so that is also a stakeholder. If it would have been involved earlier, this would not have happened.
Akin, what do you think?
Yeah, the question is very interesting question and it's very tricky. And I will, because if we provide feedback to the architecture team to make changes, if they make the changes, we still need the approval of the organization, right? So I think involving the key stakeholder, which are the people that give the approval, will be very helpful in this case.
Okay.
So I think to avoid this problem, it's better to have involved the key stakeholder earlier.
Abdullah, would you like to change your answer or still stick to C?
Yes, definitely. After hearing that, sorry.
Not a good thing, no? You should have gone towards it for the first time. Okay. Anam, next.
Okay. What should an agile practitioner do to ensure that the end product meets business requirements? A, invite the team to iteration review meetings. B, obtain agreement from the product owner on business requirements. C, request that regular reports are sent to stakeholders. D, confirm managers and stakeholders are invited to product review meetings. What should I do to ensure that end product meets business requirements? B, maybe?
There is no maybe. You have to give the answer. An exam, you cannot, there is no option of maybe, Anam.
G. B,
Okay. How did you eliminate other option?
because it is talking about the business requirements. So while prioritizing the backlog, those business requirements may be prioritized before, and a definition of done is got from the product owner and acceptance criteria. So probably that agreement on definition of done and acceptance criteria on business requirements would lead to end product meeting business requirements.
Okay. Anam, your answer final is B, right?
G.
Okay. Shishwani, what do you think?
Yeah, so for me also, I think the same reason that the definition of done is something which we need to agree with the stakeholders before we begin with the sprint. So having an
Okay.
agreement on the definition of done is important.
Okay. Abdullah, any thoughts on this? Abdullah?
Um, I was actually looking at option D as well, as in the last one, confirm managers and stakeholders are invited to product review meetings.
Mm.
I would go with the last one.
Confirm. You would go for the D option, D for Delta?
D, yeah. I would go
Okay.
with D.
Okay. Again, what about you?
I will eliminate A because iteration review meeting should involve the product owner, which is the representative of the of the of the customer or the bosses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And regular reports are sent to stakeholders. I will eliminate that one because it's not the job of the agile practitioner to send reports to stakeholders. Confirm managers and stakeholders are invited to product review meeting. Managers' invitation to product review meeting, managers they are not supposed to be there. It should be the the product owner and the product owner and the agile team and the agile practitioner.
Okay.
So I think I'll go with B because the
Okay.
product owner is a representative of the company bosses, the customers and the stakeholders, and the job of the product owner is to ensure that the business requirements are met.
Okay.
So I'll
Abdullah?
go.
Okay, thank you again. Abdullah, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain me the roles in Scrum? What is the role of product owner, Scrum Master team? What are the roles?
I said the product owner is to prioritize the backlog, Scrum Master is the facilitator, and the team is who selects what task will be done.
Mm-hmm. Okay, who defines what is value in Scrum?
And the product owner and the team,
Value, who defines the value?
product owner.
So, so when you are talking about that, so we want to make sure that our requirement linked with the business requirement. The requirement is of the business type. So how can you are looking for other managers and stakeholders and not going the, like product owner is the one who is defining the value. Product owner is the one who is defining the requirement. He is the one who is collaborating, sharing details of that. So how it's not B for you?
I looked at it from the perspective of having the review meeting,
Does not matter who defines the value.
product owner.
That is the end of story, right? That is the end of story. So this is Abdullah, this needs to be improved, man. This needs to be improved. You had multiple questions wrong and with a different concept. But I really appreciate one thing about Abdullah. I am not sure that other people are having that or not, but I'm one thing I'm really happy about Abdullah. Let me share with you, all of you, and that is he does not care about hippo, highest paid person or the most knowledgeable person in the group. He is giving his answers. Even he knows that this counter with Anam. So I really appreciate that, Abdullah. Very well done. Very well done.
Right, thanks. But I
That
will improve. I will improve on the answers as you suggested.
for sure. That is the goal here. That you approve as you move forward. You improve that thing. Okay. As you move forward, you improve it, and that is the goal here. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. That's all for today. Fill your application, send it to me for review, and let's keep moving forward. Anyone has any question, please feel free to ask.